Hey, just want to give everybody an update here on the storm as it's getting ready to really start cranking. And I want to start here with the 500 millibar trough. And I don't know where that water vapor image from earlier with the trough axis back to the desert southwest or where the hell they had it was. That was just pure and utter garbage. I just don't know who did that, but it was blatantly wrong. Want to show you here our trough axis now is pretty much almost due north-south. Now you look at this and it's not clear that that's it, but what you want to really look for, is of course your eyes are going to be drawn to the computer analysis. What you want to look for though is where the winds shift direction. And it gets a little bit more muddled as you get down into the southern part of the trough. But here, clearly, you can see where the trough is here. Here we have a northwesterly wind, and here it starts to become southwest. So we have a trough axis in through like that. Now we come down here. Here's our northwesterly flow. Now it moves more westerly here, southwesterly here. So here's our trough axis down through here. Like I said, it's a little trickier down in the south, but here clearly we have a northwest flow here. Starts to become more southwest here. So we'll put our trough axis down through like that. So it's becoming, before when it was out in this region here, it was kind of oriented like this. So clearly we are starting to get a tilt that's much more neutral. It's gone from, that's a little bit too much there from what I had. But it's gone from kind of a tilt like this to more like this over here. So, it's clearly going towards the neutral and then eventually towards the negative tilt direction. So that's a very important thing to be noting there. I'll show you here the 850 millibar low, and here you can see our winds in here. We have, coming out of the north here, the west, and they come out of the east here. So our low is going to be in here someplace. Now, general rule of thumb is you track the upper level of the 850 millibar low, and within about 60 to 90 miles to the left of the track. It doesn't, depending on how the storm is tracking, if it's, west to east, north to south, or south to north, determines on where left is to the track. So you can't say, 90 miles to the north of it's to the left of the track. So this is kind of tracking like this, and 60 to 90 miles to the north, well, that's pretty much where our heavy snow is occurring right now. So that's working out pretty well. Take a look here at the 850 millibar frontogenesis, and I mean this is just blatant frontogenesis in here, and that's just classic in there. And again, right along that is where we are seeing the heavy snow band developing, right in that area of frontogenesis in there, particularly down in here is where the heaviest band is. So that's working out well. Here's our surface map, and you can see here we have a couple of reflections. A low looks like one elongated low, but what's really happening here is we have one low in here, another low is starting to develop out here, and this is the one that's going to take over. You can see easterly flow starting to really get going up here, and with the cold air in place, once the slow gets cranking, I think we're going to see these echoes up in here. Some of the the dry air is, people are saying the dry air is winning out up in here. Well, as this easterly flow continues into here, it's going to moisten things up, and we're going to see things, I think, filling in all through here and up into, New England eventually as the storm comes up that way. So, don't worry about, things are drying out now and this is happening. No, the storm hasn't even really gotten going yet. So, just keep that in mind. Another good rule of thumb here I want to show you guys that really it helps out is the vorticity. Now this seems to be this is the RAP model, and it seems to be a little bit behind where the trough axis actually is. This is still a little bit more positive tilt than we're seeing in reality here. It's a little bit more, like that. But that's for just what I want to show you here. This is fine. General rule of thumb is where the vorticity is 7 degrees to the east, and 3 degrees to the north of that is where you're going to find your heaviest snow. Just eyeing things up here, that's a pretty good guess here. I'm not going to take out the map or anything like that, but here's our vorticity. About 7 degrees to the east and 3 degrees to the north. And that's going to be where our heaviest snow band is falling. So, things are coming together. Things are in line. Everything is working out the way it's supposed to. People talking about, the radar is breaking up and dry air is coming in and it's going to be a bust. And let's wait till the storm actually happens before we call it a bust. And then at the end of the day, we'll see what happened and who got what and what. But everything is looking great at this point in time, and I think there's going to be a lot of very happy people once the storm is over. So just wanted to show you guys all that. Hope you have a great day and enjoy your snow.